Why, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm Adam Chance. Welcome to my Christmas special. We're going to take a look tonight at some toys I didn't get. Now, I'm not saying I deserve those toys, but I am saying I desire those toys. So without further ado, let's take a look. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the G.I. Joe Tomahawk. Not the Awe Striker! What is Lifeline doing in there? What is he gonna do? We got a catchy song in our commercial. Here it goes, there's Lifeline, he's dumb. Shoehorn in the jingle, cause it's the 1980s. And let's not forget the catchphrase. There you go. I honestly think that was the first commercial that I ever saw that I was like, those kids don't deserve that toy! I wanted it that bad. It was the G.I. Joe Tomahawk. It was awesome. It had all kind of adventures planned. They were going to rescue and stuff, and I never got the G.I. Joe Tomahawk. So, I hear it's been re-released. I may pick it up. I don't know. But they got that weird thing where they like lost the names of stuff, so it's like attack helicopter, code name Tomahawk. So I don't know what that's about. Anyway, moving on. Christmas transition. The next thing we've got is the Atari portfolio. Man, I remember being a kid and I was like, wait a minute, that's a computer? Let's take a look at this clip from Terminator 2.
Please insert your stolen card now.
I put my stolen card in with this thing here. It's my fancy little Palm computer. Edward Furlong, back when I had a career.
Hurry up, this is taking too long.
And I'll just, what's this guy's passcode? And it's 1001. There you go, all right, woo! Free money! Yeah, Arnold, this is awesome. I had no idea that I wanted one of these freaking things so bad. I had no idea they made computers that could fit in my hand. I mean, I had a Game Boy, but not a freaking computer. And this was the Atari portfolio right there in Terminator 2, stealing, like, you know, pin codes and money and stuff like that so Edward can buy hair gel. It was awesome. And I really wanted one, and it wasn't until recently I actually like looked it up to like get one, and they're like, the things are still like $100. It's literally like, I think it's like an 8086 or an 8088 is the CPU architecture on it, and it has like 512K of RAM. My watch has more than that, more processing power than that, and costs less than that. But yeah, that's where it is now. Anyway. Moving on. Christmas transition. So the next thing we've got is robotics. Robotics are freaking cool because they were plastic and they were like robots and stuff. So take a look at the commercial. Yes, it has that guy who does the voice in every commercial that talks really well about kid stuff. Kids, eat your vitamins. Anyway, this was like, you know, they're kind of shoehorning some action figures and stuff in this thing, but there never really was one. There was never a cartoon, as far as I know. But the fact that I had this freaking remote control and I could build a robot with it, that's nuts. Who wouldn't want a freaking robot? All kids want a robot. Today, if you came up to a kid and you were like, you want a robot for Christmas? They'd be like, hell yeah, I want a robot for Christmas. Robots are awesome. So there you go. Like, kid, do you want a Barbie doll or a robot? Can the robot steal Barbie dolls? Yes, it can. I want a robot. There you go. Christmas transition. So the next thing, man, I mean, words can't really describe my desire for this toy. We're going to go back to G.I. Joe. You know, and I bet what are you thinking? He's like, oh man, is he thinking, you know, Terror Dome? No, you know exactly what I'm thinking. If I led with the Tomahawk, you know what's coming next. The one big G.I. Joe toy that every kid wanted. That's right. The USS Flagg with 2 G's. He's like, look, I got it! Oh my gosh, little kids! Look, I can land a freaking Sky Striker on it. 2 Sky Strikers! Right there on the deck. Look, I'm running around. Man, I was totally sold by this. It's like, oh yeah, let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I don't think kids should be around shipwreck. I think there was a suit there. Yeah, why does Admiral Flagg have an open shirt? I don't get that either. But man, yes, that thing was incredible. And, you know, I tell you just how psychotic I am. I actually looked up what it sold for and then translated that in like $1987 into like $2014 to really see if my parents could have afforded it, if they were just lying to me. That's how psychotic I am about getting that thing. I can't tell you over the years how many times I've thought, if I was independently wealthy, you know the one thing I would buy? A USS Flagg. And I would make it into a coffee table. That's all I wanted to do was like encase it in plexiglass, and that would be my coffee table. I was crazy for this thing. And of course, the honest truth is why I didn't get it is because where am I going to put it? And of course, if you try to tell me that as a kid, I was like, I'll sleep on it. Get rid of my bed. I don't care. It's the USS Flagg. Bury me in it should a tragic scooter accident happen. Yes, this thing was just incredible. It was like 4 or 5 feet long. You know, it's nuts. I actually know a guy now that has one locally, the guy that has a local comic shop. I should shoot something with that maybe. See if he'd part with it. But once again, where I'd put it. I don't think my wife would go for my coffee table idea, but I have not asked. Perhaps I should just bring in said coffee table and like, look, it's our new coffee table. We didn't even have a coffee table. We got one now. Look how awesome it is. It's Admiral, let's see, is it Admiral Flagg? Or Keelhaul. I think his name was Keelhaul. Got that wrong. It's Keelhaul. And his open shirt. Yes, she'd be like, that guy's cool. And there you go. USS Flagg coffee table. Christmas transition. Things get a little sad. I'm talking the end of the innocence, as Don Henley says. It's right there. I am a boy becoming a man. But I still love toys. And so we have our class Christmas party, and we all buy gifts for people, you know. And I'll never forget, Ron West asked me, what do you want? And I was like, Michelangelo! He's like, I'm not buying you a plastic turtle. What do you want? And see, there you go. My dreams were crushed right there. I had no idea that I was like, oh, wait, I'm a little too old to be playing with toys. But, I mean, who could blame me? Let's take a look at this. I mean, granted, okay, the toys were not that great, but I have to say, the cartoon was like the coolest freaking thing. It was hysterical. My brother and I watched it like every weekend. Just so funny to see all the witty one-liners and stuff like that. Michelangelo was the coolest Ninja Turtle to me ever, and I wanted one. And I just got a little too old, Internet. I was just a little too old. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't get it. So, I guess that brings us to our next. And it's kind of fitting. When I became a young man and I put aside childish things, the next thing on our list was something I really, really wanted. Christmas transition! We're talking Mustang. Just take a look at this, man. This is a 1991 Ford Mustang GT Fox body. I'm talking just sexy car rolling down the road. There was nothing a 15-year-old wanted more in a car than this. Nobody wants a stupid Camaro or anything like that. They were still, you know, they had the same body style for like 15 years at this point. This thing was incredible. And I honestly am not going to go through this whole thing. I think I'm just going to edit it up because it's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes of some guy's Craigslist sale that he's trying to sell the thing. But yes, it was awesome. And I really, really wanted it. Especially, it's a freaking 5-speed. Love that cassette deck. Awesome, buddy. And anyway. So, that brings us to the end of our little countdown, which I honestly don't even know if it was 10 or whatever. Or anyway, doesn't even matter. We're coming up to the biggest toy I ever wanted. That anybody ever wanted. Any kid grew up in the 80s. Any kid born in 1986 wanted. I'm talking the AT-AT from Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Christmas transition. Look at these dumb kids with this awesome toy that they probably got to keep for free. Look at this thing. It's like 3 feet high of just plastic coolness. Look at all the figures it holds. Everybody wanted one of these things. It had laser guns. And that guy who was probably supposed to be on a starship. It's so awesome. Everybody wanted it. The AT-AT was the kind of toy that, like, just became legend among kids. We would all be sitting around, like, on the playground going, like, you know, that's an awesome toy. What did you get for Christmas? Did you get an AT-AT? No. I got a stupid Millennium Falcon. I was like, oh, why do parents not understand? And we're like, I don't know. And then you had, like, the one kid that lied. He was like, I got an AT-AT. And we're like, what? Really? You got one? You got an AT-AT? And he would be like, yeah, we're coming over to your house this afternoon to see it. And, no, you can't. My grandmother is there, and she has pneumonia, and you can't come over. So we go, like, for 6 months with this, us trying to get over there to see the AT-AT, because, you know, this is this thing to us. And it come to find out, like, the kid's lying. So it just became a thing that no kid had. Until, and I have a story with this, I was in kindergarten, and my friend Matt Bracey also came in with that same conversation. He was, you know, we were just talking about, oh, it was awesome, blah, blah. I got a TIE fighter, and, you know, blah, blah, and I had this. And he's like, well, I got an AT-AT. And we're like, whatever, man, you didn't. We were jaded kids, completely and totally jaded by kindergarten. We had been lied to so many times by our peers. And he was like, I do. And you know what? I'll bring it tomorrow. And we're like, whatever, man. You're not going to bring it tomorrow. And the very next day, the door opened. Matt Bracey walked in with this beautiful 3-foot-high plastic piece of gloriousness. His AT-AT. And we were just like, oh my gosh, Matt, you were the coolest kid ever. Can we play with it? No. You can't touch my AT-AT. But still, we got to see one. This is an amazing thing, and honestly, at this point, it's 2014. It's fixing to be 2015. It's been re-released probably half a dozen times, and each time I'm like, I should buy it, and I never do. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know where I would put it. It would probably just go straight to the attic. But I feel like I'm missing something, a tiny little piece that I should have it just to get that. I would get it, though, and then feel that sense of accomplishment, and then be like, what am I going to do with this big 2-foot thing? I guess I could give it to my kids to play with. It could march through their, like, littlest pet shops and shoot the My Little Ponies. It would be awesome, you know? I don't know. You could put some Monster High dolls in it. Maybe that would be a thing. I don't know. But anyway, I guess that brings us to the end of our little countdown, our little Christmas special here. And like I said, these are just items I'm not saying I deserved. I'm just saying I desired them. So, until next time, go buy your kids some toys.